welcome back to Clean with Kate. And this morning I'm up early before everybody else in the house and I'm going to tackle this ironing. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by the laundry this week and the ironing has piled up. I've had a busy week. It's summer and we've had quite a lot of visitors this week. My daughter's come for a long weekend, so I just haven't caught up with things because I've been spending time with her in the evenings, which is when I would normally catch up with my laundry. So anyway, I'm going to tackle my laundry. I've got my timer. I'm not going to overwhelm myself. I think I'm going to start, can you see? Oh, I need to buy some new timers. I'm going to start with 15 minutes because I think in 15 minutes I might at least be able to get down, at least get the top bit off the laundry. And I think I'm going to make the laundry look less overwhelming. At the moment it just looks horrendous and makes me not want to do it. So I'm going to split the laundry into 2 baskets so it seems less overwhelming. I'm going to take this one, which is incredibly full, and pop it there out the way, and I'm going to start with the top one. Right, so if I can just get through the top basket, I think I will feel, oops, like I've achieved something. And if you never know, if everybody's still in bed, I might get through the second basket. Anyway, so I've got a nice cup of coffee, I've got a glass of water. First thing I need to do is set my timer. What have I done with the timer? Oops. Okay, there's my timer. So setting it now for 15 minutes. I'll pop it over there, out of the way. And I'm going to put some water into my iron. My iron is a steam iron, which I find I just love a steam iron. So let's fill the iron with water. I usually have to refill it several times, so I'm going to refill the jug. So I'm ready. Right, let's start the ironing and we can chat. Maybe you'd like to iron with me if you're feeling overwhelmed by your laundry. I quite often feel overwhelmed by the laundry. I find in winter it's not such an issue because there's less to do, there's less distraction. But summer, there's so many things, other things to do in summer that I'd rather do other than iron. For example, going in the garden, walking the dogs. Like we had a really lovely walk with the dogs last night. We took with my daughter. We took 3 of the dogs up and took them around to a lovely parkland that's nearby. It's absolutely beautiful. But anyway, the last thing on my mind was my ironing. But then I woke up in the middle of the night thinking, oh, I'm not on top of the laundry. I haven't got the washing out the washing machine. I haven't done the ironing. It's piling up. So I thought I'd get up. Since I was awake, I'd get up rather than lying in bed thinking about getting up. I'd actually get up and do it because then I'll feel much better, knowing it's not just piling up. I think the thing with laundry and with ironing is to do little and often. I mean, some people prefer to do a big blitz on it, but I find if the more it piles up, and occasionally I will just put it all away without bothering to iron it and just think, oh well, it'll get ironed next time. Who cares? Probably only me. Right, so I'm going to hang these pyjama bottoms up. I didn't used to iron pyjama bottoms, but I must admit I do like getting into my nicely ironed pyjamas. Anyway, here's a pinny. I do like to iron my pinnies. I wear a pinny every day. This is a particularly nice one, although I do seem to have got a stain on it. It's a particularly nice one with roses on. And I like to wear a clean pinny every day. It's my sort of house uniform. It tells my brain, it's time to do things around the house, and it does stop me ruining my clothes. It's making quite a bit of ironing because this is one of the loads of laundry that I forgot in the washing machine. So I don't iron perfectly. I just do it good enough. The steam iron makes it much easier. This is a nice heavy iron. You may have seen me ironing with it before. But actually, there's something quite calming about ironing. It's quite, if you have the time to actually do it and not too pressured, it's actually quite relaxing. I think it's quite mindful. And if I wasn't chatting to you, what I would normally do is either listen to a podcast or watch a comedy on Netflix. So I would bring my laptop in here, pop my laptop on my dresser. This is my posh utility room. So I'd pop my laptop on my dresser and I would watch something funny. So a chick flick or a comedy sometimes a drama on iPlayer or Netflix, but just whatever I fancy, and it's just like my me time. I can watch whatever I want, don't have to compromise on what I watch. It's really, really relaxing. Before I had this really nice laundry room, I did not have a nice laundry room. So I would then tend to do it in front of the television. So I'd set the ironing board up in the lounge, and I would watch television while I ironed. And I would probably do it in a bigger blitz because it was such an effort to set it up. I'd maybe iron for a couple of hours, but now I have this lovely laundry room that we built about a couple of years ago. So I leave my ironing board set up, and I must admit that has been wonderful. Not having to lug the ironing board out every time to do the ironing, and it means I can iron several times a week. Whereas before I would probably maybe iron once a month, but it would be a mammoth ironing session. And I think that's probably the reason that I gave up ironing for quite several years. When the children were younger and we didn't have a dedicated laundry area for doing this, then I gave up ironing. I was just too overwhelmed. I had too many other things to do. I had 3 young children. I was working, running a business. I just didn't have time to do ironing. It was low on my priority list, but now I do have more time and I like to do my ironing. I have this beautiful laundry room, so laundry is clearly important to me. The fact that we've spent the money and we've built this laundry room on our house. It's actually bigger than my office, but I spend a lot of time doing laundry. And we've recently converted some outbuildings, and we're going to start doing Airbnb. So I'm going to be doing the laundry for the Airbnbs as well in here. So we did need this space for doing the laundry, because if we can do the laundry ourselves, it will definitely help make the Airbnb successful. I am going to have a lot of cleaning to do, so I may need to get some help with that once we get the Airbnbs live. Anyway, that's that. I've spent a lot of time ironing that sweatshirt. It's clearly important to me. Golly, so far I've literally been ironing for 6 minutes and I've managed to iron 2 items. I think I might be overdoing it here. I don't know if it's because I'm talking or if it's because my perfectionism is kicking in. I'm hyper focusing on the ironing, getting every crease out. That's why the time is quite good. It brings you back to earth, because I'm the sort of person that I sometimes can hyper focus on things, but not necessarily. That's not necessarily. It can be a positive thing, but it's not always a positive thing. Sometimes you just need to get stuff done, and good enough is good enough. I follow the Fly Lady cleaning system, and that I think is one of the mantras that I've picked up from that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Good enough is good enough. And actually, nobody except you will know. So a quick iron is usually all it needs. And a lot of items, if you get them out of the washing machine as soon as the laundry finishes, they don't need ironing at all. You just give them a quick shake, and they're fine. Some of these things that I'm ironing, I'm just ironing because I like how they feel when they're ironed. They feel much softer. I don't use fabric conditioner. I found when I use fabric conditioner, one, it blocks the fabric conditioner tray in my washing machine. I have no idea how to get around that. This is a black vest that I'm ironing. Give it a very quick iron. It's quite delicate. Golly, I'm halfway through my timer. I've actually only ironed 4 items, so I need to get a motor on, because I do want to actually crack through this first basket if I can. These are my husband's clothes. Now he does not bother about ironing, so I'm going to give those a really quick iron. I don't even know why I'm ironing his clothes. It's probably me that would appreciate it, because I don't think he'll even notice. And he does like these shorts though, so I'm going to give them an iron. And then just look very nice in them. Do we need an iron on the back? Maybe a quick one. I must be careful actually, because they've got this sort of pattern on them. I must be careful not to actually burn them. Because the iron is quite hot. I tend to have it on hot. There we go. They're done. Can I get them on the air there? So my ironing is starting to accumulate on my airer so I can see what I've done. It's quite rewarding. Okay, let's keep going. Not get distracted. So next I'm doing a t-shirt. I think I might need some more water in here, or a bit of steam. I love that whoosh when you press the steam. Anyway, I was talking about fabric conditioner. Because I don't use fabric conditioner in my wash, I find it blocks my washing machine, it clogs up the drawers, and it kind of makes the washing machine not smell as fresh. I know that it's not the idea of fabric conditioner. I just wonder if the fabric conditioner I'm using is quite old now, because I don't use it for a lot of things. For example, I never use fabric conditioner when I wash towels. The reason being it makes the towels less absorbent. So I don't think generally it's a good idea to use fabric conditioner on towels. I also don't use it on the dog beds because I want the dog beds to absorb the dirt off the dogs so they don't leave it all over the house. And in fact, I haven't used it on this wash, but that does mean, because I don't use fabric conditioner, my wash does tend to come out quite creased. I think fabric conditioner reduces the amount of creasing. I did experiment with using the pods, which have got the conditioner and the washing powder or washing liquid built into them. But I found that the pods leave a really unpleasant smell on the laundry and on the washing machine. And actually, we recently had one of our washing machines block up. And when we looked what had actually blocked it, it was the sort of plastic outer of the pods had sort of formed a congealed mess inside the washing machine and actually blocked the drain. So I just don't think they dissolve properly. I think it's a bit of a flawed concept. I've gone back away from pods now, even though my husband bought them for me. I've gone back to the old-fashioned washing powder. I like Daz, I like Surf. I like the sort of cheaper end of the washing powders. I find they work really well. I usually add a laundry booster to them. So if I'm doing colours, I'll add a colour laundry booster. If I'm doing whites, I'll add a white laundry booster. But that's it. I don't use fabric conditioner, and I definitely don't use pods. I think the pods are just not my thing. I haven't found one yet that I like anyway. So if you found a pod that you like, please do let me know, because one of my washing machines, it's quite awkward to fill the powder tray. Because of the way we've had the washing machine built in, it is quite awkward. I'll show you. So this one, it's quite tight in here, and so to get it filled I have to sort of do this, and then so you can see it's quite awkward to fill when I get it's sort of in there. Anyway, so I usually end up spilling powder all over the floor, as you can probably see, whoops, down here. So it makes quite a mess. Anyway, I'll pull back and shut that door. Go back to the ironing. As you can see, focus can sometimes be an issue. I do get sidetracked, but that's one of the reasons that I tried to use the pods, because I thought it would be less messy. Anyway, there's another t-shirt ironed. I'm nearly there with this ironing. So you can see that's what we've done so far, that ironing there. It's all, and that will be ready to put away maybe this evening, maybe tomorrow morning. I'll just leave it in here to air to get the water sort of... Actually, I've down one basket. I'm feeling quite positive now. I'm starting to feel like, yes, there's less ironing. This doesn't need a lot of ironing. These are just a pair of leggings. These are comfy, sort of lounging around the house clothes, or you can wear them as pyjamas as well. So, let's pop those on the airer. We're getting there. How many minutes? I've got 2 minutes left on my timer. If you've managed to stick with me through this 15 minutes of ironing, you've done really well. I hope that maybe it'll inspire you to actually join me with your ironing, and you can do a basket of ironing with me. So basically, what I've done, I've ironed now for 13 minutes, and I've done one basket of ironing. I now have an airer full of ironing that's just sitting on the airer because it's got water vapour in it. So it's going to just sit there for the rest of today. I may put it into baskets tonight if it's dry, because it's quite sunny today. Oh, this t-shirt is not an easy one to iron. This is the last one in the basket, but actually I might have time to go into the next basket. and then I'll probably go and sit down, have my coffee, and then I might come back and do another 15 minutes. I'll see how I feel. But I'm giving myself permission to stop. I said I was going to do 15 minutes, and I think if I'd said, oh, I've got to do all the ironing, it might seem quite overwhelming. But by just saying, oh, I'm just going to iron for 15 minutes, and that's not particularly well ironed, that t-shirt. It was a tricky one to iron, but it's good enough. So there we are. I've finished the first basket. It's all sat on the airer. As you can see, I have an empty laundry basket. So there's the next basket to tackle, but at least I've done the first one. My iron's probably going to need a top up. My timer's about to go. I think I might just do one more item. Since I've got another 51 seconds, let's do this white t-shirt. I'm going to need to set up another airer as well, because that airer is nearly full. But I'm going to take a break after this. You'll be glad to hear. And if you've been joining me to iron, why don't you take a break too, unless you're feeling super energetic. I find a glass of water is also good when you're ironing, because they get quite hot. Particularly at this time of year. It's summer in the UK, and we've had a really nice couple of weeks. It has been very warm. I think that's one of the reasons I'm not sleeping well, because it's so warm at night. We don't have air conditioning in our houses in the UK. We just open the window. Occasionally, if it's really hot, I put a fan on, but that does use quite a lot of electricity. So last night, just had the windows open. Right, you can hear the timers going. I'm going to treat myself to some new timers because I'm always looking for them. So I'm going to just reset my timer. I hope that I didn't go too fast for you today. I think I just need to go over that one tiny bit more. This is my t-shirt, and I do like my t-shirt ironed. Oh dear, the trouble is you often end up making it worse. Okay, I've managed to put creases in. I'm going to pop this on the airer. It's good enough. So, where shall I put it? I think I'll put it there. Right, so that's me done. I'm going to take a break now and have my cup of coffee, and I'm going to come back maybe and tackle the rest of that. Anyway, thank you for watching. As you can see, it looks a lot better. It's a lot less overwhelming now. I hope you're enjoying my videos. Really appreciate it if you would like the videos and subscribe if you're enjoying my content. Thank you for watching, and thank you for helping me get to over 100 subscribers. I really appreciate that. Bye for now.